All right, first things first, let's address this. I am still wearing the same clothes as yesterday. I haven't showered, but it doesn't matter because this is our week. I don't know if you see that. That's the 17th to the 21st. Okay. 21,000 bucks. I have a lot of plays to go over. That's why I said give me time for these videos. $2,000 right there. We're up another 2,700 right now. The market's going down. We got off stream. You guys could check the recap. But here's the question. Is this going to be Black Monday? That's what people were asking in the stream. We have to talk about this. There's a lot going to happen. I think this weekend's going to be important. It's going to be Christmas Eve when the market comes back. The number one question people have, is the market going to be open? Yes, it's going to be a half day, and then Christmas will be closed, and then I think the day after might be a half day as well too. But and then New Year's off is one of those days is going to be off. But get ready. It's going to be excited. Go watch the videos I was talking about. A lot of this is all connecting because now the big thing is we're down 300, almost 400 points on the Dow. It escalated quickly. Today was an interesting day. Let me pull up the SPY for you guys. Excuse the shaky camera. And again, we're streaming. I don't know how it's going to work for Christmas Eve. I think if all of you guys are nerds like I am, and so you guys are going to be on, so I think we could stream that half day. But here's the SPY. It kind of had this, again, same little, it closed up. It had this gap, shot up in pre-market, really weird. And the news that came out today, I think it was Fed Williams said that he was going to be more accommodative and that the Fed, he pretty much hinted at a more dovish hike. That helped, but then more now the talks of the government shutdown. And now that's something, because there's a lot of things coming in of could this be Black Monday? You would have expected Black Friday today with how things were looking. We're kind of in no man's land. We're hitting that 240 point where people were talking about the S&P flushing to, and people were honestly surprised at that. But now the next level is we flush to that 2100. We're there right now. If we close below that, you start getting in 2040 on the SPY, 2400 to 2300 or even 2020, which is pretty crazy. But again, we're hitting lows right now. Depending on how this closes and where we close from here is going to determine it. If we close another 600-700 points, this could escalate. There's only 30 minutes left in the market as I'm making this video on Friday, but it's not looking good. I'm going to make another video. There is a potential, again, for the gap up, and I even talked about this with selling premium, but this is a bear market. We've officially entered it. The Nasdaq's down 20%. There's stuff to watch. Like I said, keep eyes on the Japanese yen. Man, hold on. Actually, give me a second. I have some daily positions. I have an Amazon daily I need to sell out of real quick. Yeah, give me a sec. Hold on. I missed my opportunity, but I figured if I'm making a video called it's gonna be Black Friday, it doesn't matter. But they just expired today. So don't worry, we're still making money. I'm making money as I'm just doing this video. I'm holding my puts. If you guys didn't see, I did the Facebook play. That's been a majority of my gains today, and what I did on that play, well, I pretty much I cut half of them. Most of them today was a pretty big aspect of them. I'm gonna go over those plays with you guys, but holding those through here. But what I wanted to talk about, I said Japan, it broke off, and it looks like the S&P is leading. And the big thing to look for here with the markets right now is this down Friday, down Monday. If you didn't, I posted that video at the beginning of the week. We've seen what the market's done from here on out. Now, it looks like we're going to close red here, and now the question is, what if we do down Friday, down Monday again? And one thing to notice about that statistic, it occurs during a bear market, and the statistic, we're down 20%. We are in a bear. It's fully corrected. You could call it a bear market by many technical definitions, but it's there now. But now if it happens again, the same thing applies, where it could continue, and that's where it goes into my theory, where I believe we're going to see that decline in, between January to March. But now at the same level, if we see another down Friday and we wash out on a Monday and it goes down and closes down, if it doesn't set more new lows from there, just like this week, then we could expect a bounce. And I was saying it on stream the bounce is it's looking very prime, and that's just been the difference of a bear market, and that has been really different for investors, is understanding that the bear market ends when you're not able to buy and you get the velocity of, you know, these rips just as easily. But the bounce back is looking good. The advice I gave, even if tomorrow or Monday's bad, and that's the thing, if it's going to be hard, I don't think it's going to be a Christmas Eve massacre. So I think it could be a day just like today where it's lower and it closes off and maybe sells, or even a gap up and sell and kind of ends unchanged. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a half day. The market's, again, hitting new lows. That's that flush to 240. But it's going to be a holiday. So when that goes down and when things drop and everything is happening in that nature, it's going to be, you know, it's not going to be as liquid. And that's kind of the issue now, is that this is that quad witching day. So again, this is, you know, the last 35 minutes on quad witching. The options activity and everything, it's going to be pretty wild. And already we're at 179 million on the S&P. Yesterday was 252. So how that's going to come if we get a after hours dip. But again, we're coming in. It's possible, though, that we see that decline. If we don't see a full washout, then on Christmas Eve, it'll come after that. But again, watch my video with my whole theory on it. But like I'm saying, the big thing I'm looking for now is a whole nother down Friday, down Monday. And the big key I want right now is to see if it sets new lows from there. Apple just hit a new 52-week low. Wow, everything's just going crazy. But, you know, that is the stuff that I'm looking for. That's what I want to get my handle on. Again, I got to look at these puts again. You guys are killing me, you know, literally since the last update, made another 1,000. I'm just sitting here. That's why you guys trading, making the videos at the same time. Come on the stream. This is how I'm doing it, talking at the same time. Again, if you understand what I'm saying when I'm calling these out, and thank you to everybody too in the stream. You guys have been awesome. It's a really good chat, and just to be able to have people there talking while trading keeps me level-headed. Even like right now, you know, I'm about to explain this, but that is not the point. It's going to be the markets. So I'm looking for, you know, we're going to get this close here. If it's not going to be a gap, and I think that is what we have to look for, you know, and that, I think this is the biggest thing I could tell you guys. Do not look to answer the question, is the market going to gap up or down, but really how to react to it, because we've been seeing if it gaps up or down or wherever it's going, it's where that move is in that continuation. That's what I'm saying with the swing. That's why taking profits, rolling over, I wanted to put it on me to get you guys the message, but it's washing out again. But like I'm saying, they're keeping it controlled. If it does now, it's interpreting. If we do see a gap, that would be bad. And, you know, and that's going to be a day of now even more increased volatility, and understand how to play that with the options. But if it keeps going like this, you know, understand the whole process. And a lot of the data now, it's liquidity. People are pulling money out. I had that technical up. I'm going to talk about it, but there's many other technical things going, and then even just how hedge funds are behaving. But people are selling out, and they don't just sell out. You know, people want to get the highest price. So I think as people hear about this over the weekend in the news, it's going to create more of those reactions. But now the last biggest thing, and I think they're doing it now, I have not heard any news. I could check right now as I'm making this video, but the thing I'm looking for is now the government shutdown. That is going to be pretty much the main thing. That, any China news and trade, and again, that's one thing I forgot to mention. I saw the video. I told you guys watch the yen. That hasn't picked up, and we're seeing the United States kind of go at a different pace, and it's kind of leading the way. The big thing is oil. Oil's at 40. Man, this is crazy. Everything on my high-low ticker right now is just dropping. You know, I'm seeing like Square to everything. Man. So again, I'm seeing even the Chinese inverse UVXY, but watch out for some of these companies. You know, what we're going to see overseas, how stuff happens. We saw some positive news with like JD and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, there's still going to be a lot of stuff that hasn't even been covered, or can emerge, both positive and negative. But this is awkward timing for the market. That's the key. If this is going to be a black anything. Black Friday, it could be that, or some sort of holiday massacre is what they'll call it, or the holiday this or that, if it is going to happen. And again, that's going to just be judging the responses off of how we close, what happens at after hours, what does Donald Trump say, what, this is an economic thing right now, and it's very political where the U.S. market is, where the rates are. People are even saying this is just a policy risk, and that's why people, or a policy mistake, and that's why people are pulling out. The economy's good, and that's that. But that's the response. I have to get going here. I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna keep you guys posted. We're gonna stream on Christmas Eve because I love you. But bring a friend. We'll make this, and bring a present. We'll unwrap gifts, all that. But it's coming down. But I was just looking. I was like, I was up 5,000 now. There you go. So now it's 5,000 in that duration we've been here. So I'm gonna end it there. Subscribe, like the video, stay in touch with me. I gotta handle this. Peace.